Hey everybody, this is Blaze here, and welcome to another session of Pokemon Showdown. Today I'm going to be doing the Little Cup tier. So let's get things started. So to start things off, I went with my Lee, Meinfoo, and he goes for the Arcan. I just wanted to do some fake out damage, and I knew that this guy was going to be hitting me with some flying moves. So from this point, I knew that I had to go for the U-turn, and I was thinking between which Pokemon to choose from, and I ended up going for Magnemite, my Rust here. He does go for the acrobatics, which actually did a crit, but luckily he did tank it, but he couldn't tank the earthquake, so my Rust was already out of the field already. So I go for Flurry, going for the wild charge, and I did take out with a super effective and critical hit all in one. So from this point, I was going to stick in with Flurry. He does go for the Hippolytus, and I was thinking I have to go for the burn to cripple the earthquake. But I missed with Will-O-Wisp, and he goes for the Toxic. So I knew that I had to get the burn going, so I went for one more Will-O-Wisp, but I missed, and he took me out with Earthquake. From that point, I was just thinking like, I might have a problem here. So I went with Lee, went with the Fake Out, and I was thinking that if I can at least go for one high jump kick, I'm maybe hopefully taking it out. So I did go for it, but it was able to tank it. And from that point, he goes for the Toxic, and now I had to worry about Toxic and Life Orb damage. So from this point, I knew that I had to go switch in. But he actually switches out first to Hone Edge, and from this point, I knew that I should at least set up my own hazards as well. So I went with Roxy, my Onyx here, and I was able to go set up the Stealth Rock here. But yeah, I knew that I was just going to stay with Roxy just to take out this Hone Edge, because I know that this Hone Edge could be a problem for my other team. And yeah, I just kept on going with a Gyro Ball, and yeah, it goes for one Shadow Sneak before it dies from my Earthquake. And from this point, I knew that I had to just let Roxy die. So he sends out Corphish, and I know that this thing is going to hit me with a water move. Yeah, and pretty much with the Aqua Jet, just takes out Roxy instantly right there. So from this point, I went with Miss Ruff, taking down his attack power with Intimidate. But he does switch out to his Cranidos. And from this point, I went with Play Rough, but it didn't have enough power to take it out. So it goes for the Iron Head, and it does take out my Miss Ruff. So from this point, I just sent out Abra, and I was hoping to take out with Hidden Power Fighting, but it does switch out for Corphish. So it was able to tank that hit. It goes for the Aqua Jet, but luckily I had a sash on my Psych, so from this point I just took it out with just Psychic. So yeah, I'm already at a huge disadvantage right here, so I was thinking Psychic could take it out, but it just wasn't enough, and he was able to take out my Psych with just Sludge Wave. And from this point, I had to deal with Meinfoo being poisoned and Life Orb. So in a sense, this was a matter of fighting with just, with just a time limit here, because I only had like a few number of moves before Meinfoo gets taken out instantly. So yeah, I took out the Tentacle first, and from this point, he sends out his Hippowdon, and now that he has the Sand, I have to worry about being hit by Sand, Poison, and Life Orb damage. But I was able to take out his Hippowdon, and from this point, he has his last Pokemon, Cranidos, which this is down to the wire here. I went for the high jump kick, and I was able to take it out barely though. But if I had missed that high jump kick, it would have been his win though. I will say that this is one of my most closest matches that I've ever had in a while. But yeah guys, if you guys like my battle videos, just hit the subscribe button, and also hit a like if you like this video. Also, if you guys have any suggestions about any Pokemon I should be using or any tier I should go for, just leave a comment below. Anyway guys, this is Blaze 1216J, signing out.